right, Ashburn fans. I'm not sure. I broadcast the warm-up. I'm not even sure if it worked right. As I looked back and I realized that the usual display that I have on my app was not working. So it said I was streaming, but I'm not really sure if I was. I did a video test earlier. Here we are about ready to get ready for the puck drop. Charlie's got setting up for the face-off with Paul and Jack out on wing. Paul came up with it afterwards. Comes back to Mason. Mason is going to stop and look. Passes it up to Jack. Jack flubs the pass a little bit. Mason's going to end up with the puck. Backs up to Jack again. Pressure on him. Sends it into the corner. He gets Paul accelerating back behind the goal, looking for a pass. Shot. Goalie will catch and hold. Oops. I will try to fix the camera angles here. Sorry for that. I just realized that the cameras are not looking the right way. Brian Wiggins takes the face off. Comes back to Landon's stick. Landon back to Spencer. Spencer back to Landon. Landon, spin move. Looking for a shot. Passes back to Spencer. Spencer tries to pass it back to Landon. Misses the pass. Maryland comes up with it. Sabres come up with it. They're going to try and send it back out. Spencer's got a point. He takes the shot. It's high in the net. Brian fighting for it. Maryland comes up with it. Crossing through neutral ice. Spencer deflects him away. It's around behind the net. Landon picks it up in the corner. Looking for a pass. Maryland fades back like their shot. Landon off the goalie's pads. Sabres stick it away. Spencer sends it to the corner. Brian's going to go chase it. Maryland sends it around the boards. Gets up to Greg. Greg doesn't stop it before it gets out of the zone. All right, that's Joey taking it back in single-handedly. Maryland Sabres get it away from him. They send it across and long into the corner. Spencer around to Jack. Jack long cross to Joey. Joey misses the reception. Battles it into the zone. It's going to come back. They send it back out. Zach has it. Sends it across to Bobby. Bobby across to Shane. Shane back to Will. Passing. Mostly nice passing. Will drives into the net. Centers it right through the paint. None of his teammates were there to capitalize. Or I think Zach was there, but he couldn't get a stick on it. The defense was too tight. Zach sends it back to Will. Will around the boards. Joey's going to have to go get it. The goalie's he tries to go play behind the net. It's a dangerous move. Their players managed to ice it, and it'll come back. Score is still 0-0. 12 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first period. And we will resume here at the Capitol Clubhouse. Charlie with face-off. Wins it, hands it off to Brody. Brody tries to center to Jack. Charlie got a stick on it. Maryland sends it off the glass. Brody picks it up. Looking for a shot. Can't quite get it lined up. Defense is putting some pressure on him. Jack takes it around behind the net. Backhands it over to Brody in the corner. Nice centering pass to Jack. Almost gets a shot off. I think he tapped a little sooner than he meant to. All right, it's coming around to Kyle. Oh, they get past Kyle, but they can't get past Kyle and Mason. Mason sends it up to Charlie. Charlie will drive it into the zone. Oh, Charlie's going to have to come out. He got spun away. They took it away from him, and Jack hit it back in, but Maryland sends it up. Mason picks it up neutral ice. They got it out. Landon fighting for it in center ice. It's going to be bouncing down. There's a whistle on the play. Official is... It's funny, he whistled it in neutral ice, I think, but then he's restarting back on the spot, which seems odd. The penalty on Brian. So we'll have a penalty kill. 2 minutes, according to the scoreboard. Alright, my phone just told me it went to low power mode, which means that it's not charging. Why is my phone not charging? It is plugged in. Possibly means I got a bad cable. Alright, next time play stops, I'm going to have to fuss with that, figure out what's going on here. Maryland, long cross here. They send it bouncing towards Luke. He sends it into the corner. It's going to come bouncing out to neutral ice. Send it down. Spencer. No icing whistle on that one. He was past the red line. It's come bouncing out. Maryland has to wait. They drive in, and there's going to be an offsides call. Alright, and I'm going to fuss here with why is my... Sorry for the jiggly picture here while I try to figure out what the... Spencer sends it long. It's going to spin, and that's going to be an icing call. Now the question then is, as we do that, I have a spare cable that I bring for just these reasons, but I might have left it in the car. That would be very distressing. Checking all my pockets here. Long, it's going to be ice. Nope, they're going to play that one. Comes up. That's I think that's Kyle on defense, sending it up into the other zone. And I do not have the cable I need. Frustrating. My own stupidity. This cable has apparently flicked out. Is that or the battery and the gimbal is not working? I can fix that. Will picking it up behind the red line. Hands it off to Joey. Joey getting pressure. Gonna come up. Bobby does a nice centering pass. Gets a pass. They try to hand it off to Brody, or Brody was there to pick up the centering pass. Did not work though. Shot. Luke deflects the stick. Bobby sends it up to Joey. Neutral ice. Brody gets the stick on it. Tries to get it in. Sabres come up with it. Center ice off the boards. Bobby cross to Mason. Mason passes up to Paul. Paul sends it long. Wide of the net. Almost a shot. I mean, I'm not sure if it was meaning for it to be a shot. And there's a high sticking call on somebody. And I'll stop for a second to see if my phone is, and the gimbal was not working. Alright, so we're back in business. Know from experience that my phone does not like the cold of an ice rink. So it battery tends to die very quickly under cold conditions, which is why I need to have sort of supplemental power. That's alright, we're back in business. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Charlie's lined up for the face-off. Joey and Kyle out there still working off, or have a new penalty. One against Brian is over, but now we've got something against Brody. That was the high sticking call. Charlie drives in. Shot wide of the net. So coming around the boards. Kyle tries to pick it up. Maryland's going to get across, and they're going to use that man advantage. Mason gets it away. They're going to try to get it in. I think it got stopped. Mason sends it up to Charlie. Charlie gets ahead of his puck. Long off the boards. Kyle tries to send it up. He's going to come back and get it again. Kyle tries to ice it, manages to hit one of the Sabres. Sabres player loses an edge. Backhands it, gets it neutralized. Kyle's going to pick it up. Drives in, tries to get a shot, he whips it, and then tries to get it a second shot. Defense got in front of him. Brian's back in play. Tim, I think that's the first time I remember seeing his number out there this game. Sends it up, I think that's Mason, drove in from neutral ice. Hands it back, Spencer's got it on the backside. It's going to long, that could be an icing call, I think. Nope, there Brian picks it up. Brian, I'm not sure if it was a shot or a pass. Send it wide of the net. Tim picked it up. Tim and Greg fighting for it. It's going to come back to Greg. He waits, sends it around the boards. Tim's going to go get it. Tries to pass it up to Brian. Somebody swoops in from behind from the Sabres and gets it away from him. Spencer, hard off the boards, back into play. Tim battling in the corner. Sorry for the camera angles there. Apologies. Brian's got it in the corner. Sends it over to Tim. Tim behind the net. Tries to do something, a wrap. Tries to do a high angle shot. The goalie is just there. He's a wall. Well, I mean, that implies that he's doing a great job. He actually, I haven't seen any moments of genius from him yet, but he was standing tall, blocking the shot there. Landon got a stick on it. It's coming in off the bench. Maryland gets it out, sends it back to neutralize. Greg picks it up, sends it back in. Ashburn has definitely dominated this game. Not overwhelmingly, but close to it. But we have yet to get points on the board. Zach, behind the net, Sabres take it away from him. Long cross, their guy misses the pass. Spencer races for it. Keeps it away. Hard up off the boards back to Zach. Zach crossed to Landon. Landon has to put the brakes on. Avoid going into the zone. Drawing the offsides. Greg picks it up behind the net. Pass up to Will. It's bouncing right in center ice. That's going to annoy the crap out of Luke. Alright. I think that Zach sent it long. Yeah, that's Zach got it. Sends it back to Greg. Greg does some fancy skating. Pass off the boards to Will. Will drives in, takes a shot. It's a little bit high. Actually, I'm not sure if it was high or if the goalie deflected it. Will gets his own rebound effectively. I don't know, it's not even a rebound anymore. It's going to come back out. Shane keeps it in. This time it comes out. Greg's going to pick it up, neutralize. Off the boards. Long cross, right as Charlie coming in. It's going to be offsides call. Will was still in the zone. Oh, there's actually a penalty on Greg. I thought it was interference. I thought it was just offsides called. We will have another penalty kill. I didn't see it. Charlie's lined up for the face-off. Bobby comes over possession after the face-off, sends it in. Jack puts some gas on, gets there. We're still in a penalty kill, and Charlie managed to get it off the backside of the net. It's coming back to Shane. Shane crosses over to Bobby. Bobby back, tries to pass to Will, I think. He just kind of lets it go by. Let Jack take it. It's around the boards. Jack. That's Shane. Jack handed it up to Shane. Shane tried to send it out. Shot. Luke will catch and hold. Nice save. That's like maybe the first credible shot. I don't know. They had. He's certainly Luke's touched it before. We got a minute 15 left on the penalty. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first period. Brian lines up the face-off. Sabres get possession. Long wrister. Luke deflects it into the corner. Look what Kyle and Brian couldn't decide who was going to go after it, I think. Kyle comes up, sends it around to Mason. Mason's looking for a pass. He's going to send it long. Brian taps it out of the air. Referee decided that was not high sticking. Luke, they got a shot. Luke deflects it. They send it right through his paint. Luke lets it go. There's nobody there to capitalize. Pass up to Brian. He's got a breakaway here. Lines up, shape, and that's in the back of the net. And we will be 1-0 Ashburn with 3 minutes and 44 seconds left in the first period. A shorty goal with Greg still in the box. I'm playing with the gimbal here. Vaguely annoyed. My gimbal's not working the way I think it should be. I'm not sure what's up with that. Landon took the face-off and ended up with possession after his own face-off. He's going to skate in and, was looking for the shot, and there's going to be a interference there or some kind of penalty. Tim's got it. He'll try and pass it up. It's off the boards to Landon. Luke, I think I can hear the gates close as we get that man advantage. Sabres finally got a stick on it. The play will stop. It's nice to know the chat function's working. I can see Jamie in the chat. Much prefer, so I'm using Streamlabs as the app to stream with, and I can actually, the chat stays on the screen so I can see it. Unlike when I was using either Periscope or the YouTube app directly, the chat kind of shows up. Oh, look at this pressure right in front of the goalie. There's a whistle there. Sorry, I was busy yammering about forgetting to narrate the game. I thought that was a penalty, but there actually, I think it may have been a goal. So busy talking, I missed it. Score's 2-0. All right, 2-0. That was I think the shot from Zach. Goalie deflects it high up into the air. Zach's got it again on the other side. Looking, passes back to Will behind the goal. Will pass to Charlie. Charlie across to Bobby. Bobby back to Will. Will tries to do a quick deflection to Brian. Bounce off the skate. Shot from Will. Deflects again off one of the other players. Brian backhands it to Will. Will looks, spins, hesitates, thinking, passes to Brian. They manage to the two of them get around one of the defensemen. Bobby taps it back to Will. Will, shot or maybe a pass. Zach got it, stick on it, and it bounced off, and Sabres iced it, and play will stop with 2 minutes 19 seconds. They still got we're back at full strength. They've still got a player in the box, which I don't think they should have, because I think he was in when we scored, so he should have come out, I think. It's unless they called the penalty right as we scored. Paul, shot, goalie deflects it high, or maybe it was already high. It's hard to tell from this angle. Kyle sends it around. I think that's Tim to Landon. Landon misses the pass, and it's going to go out into neutral ice, and Shane's going to have to go chase it all the way back. Pass back up to Landon, neutral ice. Landon cross to Kyle. Kyle backhands it into the zone. Goalie plays it behind his net. Tim gets it. Paul's got it now. Paul will backhand pass to Shane. Shane tries the slap shot. One of the Sabres gets a stick on it, deflects that. Paul up to Kyle. Kyle, wrister. Gets deflected high. Landon. Nice spin move. 2-on-1 defense, though. All right, Tim to Shane. Shane tries to take a shot. Their guy comes out of the box. Number 99. Landon's got it. They're both teams at full strength. Shane. Wrister, goalie catches, holds it, drops it. That was interesting. I heard it looked like he had it for a second, and then all of a sudden I saw him on the ice. But I caught the rebound, and play will stop. 2-0 is the score. Ashburn's up. minute 12 seconds left in the first period. Zach takes the face off. Will ends up with it after I think one of the Sabres had it. Skids all the way around. Hand off to I'm sorry, that's Mason. Scramble right in front of the net. Goalie doesn't have it. No whistle. Up there's the whistle. Zach's scrambling, trying to get a stick on the puck. So many players standing in the paint. Hard to tell what was going on there. Zach takes the face off. Tries to do a spin move. Does not work. After a little bit of scramble. Oh! Spencer's going to have to race for that puck. They managed to get past Greg. I'm sorry, past Mason. Zach, neutralized, tries to hand it up to Will. Less than a minute left. Will gets the stick on it, sends it to the corner. Sabres try to get past. Those Sabres are going to ice it. Oh, no whistle. Spencer. Off the boards, up to Joey. I think that's Joey. Sabres try to send it vaguely towards the net. And we've got about 10 seconds left or so. It's going to come through. There's Joey. Maybe he can get a shot off. Nope. Like 3-on-1. Their defense. Spencer tries to send it up, and time will run out. 2-0. Ashburn's up. That will end the first period. Big thanks for the Southern Maryland Sabres for hosting us this Veterans Day weekend. Take a moment to thank all your veteran friends. Birthday shout-outs to Rowan and Carter Chen. And Armand. I think it's Armand's birthday. I think his mom told me. Was it Armand or his brother? Now I'm forgetting. I think it's Armand's birthday. Happy birthday, Armand. Maybe I should get Jamie or somebody. I wonder if somebody has a list of all the kids' birthdays. I can do birthday shout-outs in the broadcast. Armand's birthday. Yeah. Sure is. We'll have to see if we can arrange for a win for him as a birthday gift. All right, let's head back to goal. The other goalie is also. We're getting ready to start here. I also have to acknowledge that if Charlie took the face off, Sabres got possession briefly, couldn't get past Spencer. Paul hands it up to Charlie. Charlie's fighting for, chases all the way to the corner, sends it back to Spencer at point, sends it up to Paul at midfield along the boards. Back to Charlie. She sends it through the paint. I don't think he was trying to shoot. I think he was trying to set up one of his teammates, but it didn't work. There's a little scramble there in the corner. Jack and Paul fighting for possession with some of the Sabres. Paul drives it in right through the paint. I think that was Charlie trying to get a shot off of it. Goalie will catch and hold. Oh wait, was that? No, goalie will catch and hold. Sometimes you hear the whistle, and I'm not looking closely enough to the referees or the officials. I wonder how many times this season I've embarrassingly thought it was a goal but it wasn't, or vice versa. All right, Brian takes face off. Landon comes up with possession. I think actually Brian had it after his own face-off for a moment. Shane, wrister from the point. That's Jack. Bobby is going to pick it up at point, sends it in to the slot. Gets stopped by the defense. Bobby picks it up, neutralize. Long cross. Shane stops and looks. Hard off the board. Actually, doesn't get up to the board. Sends it up to Tim. Tim, wings it down the ice. Hits the referee. Ends up in the backfield there. Defense sends it out. Shane picks it up, neutralize. Fades back, sends it long to Landon. Landon hands off to Brian. Brian just bounces over his stick and loses. He has to deal with a spin move there. We're doing a personnel line change there. Tim continues to put pressure on while his teammates are changing out. Slap shot from Shane. Goalie deflects it wide of the net. Joey backhands it into the corner. Zach coming in. Can't get there in time. Oh, he did. I guess they did trap it in the corner. That's Zach. Looking. Shot. Goalie hits it in the chest, drops it, covers it. Play will stop. Zach's lined up for the face-off. Joey and Will on wing. Joey takes a shot right off the face-off. Sends it across to Will. Will up to Kyle. Kyle looks, sends it in a little bit to the right of the net. Comes out bouncing. Mason gloves it and then takes it in. And that's going to be, I think they're calling maybe offsides. What was the, not sure what they're bringing it out like it was offsides call. So. Zach takes the face off. Sabres send it long. That should be an icing call. Kyle picks it up. We got 12 minutes 43 seconds left in the second period. First second. Unlike the last tournament, I'm hopefully not completely confused that they're going to ice or cut the ice in the middle of the game. Charlie takes face off. Jack ends up with possession, flips it back to Mason at the point. Defense gets it, sends it long. It'll be icing again. So, for those of you just joining us, I'll review. The score is 2-0. Ashburn is winning. 12 minutes, 32 seconds left in the second period. Charlie Sandberg lines up for the face-off. Both teams at full strength. There was a little, I think it was the goalie deflected something there. Somebody must have got it bouncing towards the net. Jack tries to center or to either a high angle shot or just get it into the paint. Ends up, that's Paul got it behind the net. He's going to drive in. Tries. Jack Spencer comes in for the point. He's going to drive behind the net. Drops the puck to Jack. Jack up to Greg. Greg cross to Spencer. Spencer wide of the net. Charlie. I think that's. I'm sorry, I'm not sure who was there behind Charlie. I lost track of the numbers there. I think it was Paul. All right, Jack's got it. I think he tried to hand it up to Charlie, and then he looked away, and so the Sabres took it. They're going to send it up to their guy. Cross. Greg's going to get away from him. Hands it off to Spencer. Spencer to Charlie. One of the Sabres tries to get away, but they can't get past. Paul does to them what they did to him. They just kind of swoops in from behind. Long pass to Greg. Greg taps it into the slot, and defense gets a stick on it. Charlie, quick turn, slap shot. Deflected by the defense. Spencer, neutralized. Brody came in at some point. Spencer's driving in, tries to do a high angle shot. Ends up being too high. Brian coming off the bench. Spin moves. Landon keeps it in play. Loses. Oh, he manages to keep it in. Nope, no, he does not keep it in. All right, Ashburn fans, I apologize for the interruption. think I lost connectivity, so I dropped the stream and brought it back up. And in the brief, I tried to do it quickly enough, but I was having trouble reconnecting. While I was disconnected, we missed another score on Ashburn Park. Score is now 5-0. It was a quick one after that fourth score, just like a few seconds worth of play, and we managed to sink it. I think it was Paul got the score, I'm not positive. So score is 5-0. Apologize for the interruption. I think I lost connectivity, I'm not positive, but suddenly was showing no one was watching, and I couldn't see the... Alright, Bobby, shot, wide of the net. Enough to fake the goalie out. Brian. Slap shot, goalie deflects. Joey will fight for it in the corner, sends it up to Will. Will back to Joey. Zach coming off the bench. On his knees. Hands it off to Joey, who gets a shot off. Goalie deflected high. Joey looking for a pass. Backhands it around the boards to Will. Will looking for a pass. Hands it up to Kyle. Point. Kyle taps it back. Oh, it just... goalie's got it. So nice play. Was, I think that was Will came around behind the goal. The puck was just sitting in the paint. Goalie was out of position for a minute there. I think it looks like a timeout from the Sabres coach. Score is 5-0. Ashburn is dominating. Not absurdly so. Sabres are still certainly getting some breakaways. They got a couple shots off, but it's not been our most challenging opponent or particularly even matchup. Definite intense goal coaching happening on both teams, it looks like, particularly the Sabres, who is their coaches. Well, maybe both coaches agitated, shouting at those kids, I imagine. Coach Reed is probably not as agitated as the coach whose team is down 5-0, but I don't know. Yeah, he definitely looks like his intent. So, 5-0 on the scoreboard. Four minutes, 55 seconds left in the second period. Better than some of our games in terms of penalties. We've had a couple, but not a crazy number. There's going to be an icing. Right off the face-off. Come back and try that one again. Looks like somebody just joined us. The score is 5-0. 4 minutes, 49 seconds left in the second period. Zach took the face-off. More or less won it. Joey got possession afterwards. Zach actually got his own face-off puck. Will coming in. Joey battling in the corner, and there is a penalty against the Sabres. Number 5, Paul's evil twin, skating like he knows he's a criminal. And Ashburn will have a power play. Presumably 2 minutes. We'll see in a second. We'll put it on the board. Paul will take the face off. Paul's got the puck. Looks for the pass. Oh, he tries to send it to Landon, and just the two of them just do not connect. And Shane has to chase it all the way down. It's going to come back up. Paul's got it right at our blue line. Sends it up to back to Landon, who gets the pass this time. Sends it back to Paul. Paul's looking. He sends it again to Landon, who is also, again, not looking in the right direction. Misses it, and Shane has to chase it. Kyle's got it. Takes it into the zone. Dumps it to the corner. Chases it himself. Kyle centers it. Gets a quick shot off. Turns around. Goalie blocks it, and Paul tried to get the rebound. Goalie blocked that too. Covered it. Got a minute 15 left on the power play. 3 minutes 49 seconds left in the second period. Score is still 5-0. Brody takes the face off. Does a spinning kick. You'd think it was Zach taking it. All right. Joey sent long cross to Mason. He sent it back to Jack. They hands it back to Mason. Mason's got it. He's looking for something. Hands it off to Jack. Jack misses the pass. Comes out to neutral ice. Greg has to pick it up. Pressure on him. Does a nice. Keeps possession. Keeps his cool. Backhands it over to Brody. Brody spins. Looks. Passes it to Jack. Jack off the boards. Back to Brody. Oh, and they do a nice job. The Sabres get it away from him. And then they dump it. Mason will get it. Sends it hard around the boards to Brody. Brody, 2-on-1 with a little pressure. I think his teammates are doing a line change. Mason, Brody. Sabres get it away. Oh, Greg just clobbers the kid. That's going to be a penalty on Greg. Kid's down, looks hurt. Lost his stick. They managed to get a shot off, or at least got it close enough to Luke that he had to stick it away. Officials are talking about it. Players got up on his own, skating back to the bench. His coach came out. I think I'm not sure what they're discussing, whether or not they want it to be a 2-10 maybe. Intense conversation here. The officials and 3 of the Sabres. Yeah. It looks like the official is fussing with a helmet. I'm sorry, the coach on the Sabres is fussing with the kid's helmet. Maybe trying to fix something. It might be delaying play for that. I'm not sure. They think there's something wrong with his helmet. I don't want to sitting on the bench after he hit his head. He's got no helmet on. Can't tell what's going on over there. Possibly doing this sort of concussion testing. I don't know. Checking to make sure this kid's okay. But yeah, it seems like usually they do not. Oh, Greg is ejected. He's heading back to the locker room. Head contact. Which, you know, it'd be interesting to go back and see when that was. I mean, it looked to me like kid had the puck, Greg's the defenseman, he's coming in, he's doing his job as a defense. Looks like they're sending Landon to serve out the 5 minutes. Greg's ejected. Landon's going to have to serve his penalty. We'll have there's still a number 5 from Sabres in the box. Looks like the possibly the player who got hit is also coming off the ice. It's another 16 seconds left of 4-on-4 play, and then we'll have almost 4 3/4 minutes of penalty kill. Man, let's go back and watch that hit. He did kind of hit him from behind, but I mean, doing his job as a defenseman, so I'm not sure it really warrants some kind of malicious. But I don't want to go look at it again. Kyle actually does not ice it. He manages to hit the net, or gets it on net from all the way at the far end. Sabres bring it in. They definitely have the man advantage now. Shot. Luke deflects it. It's up into the safety net, so play will stop. Off Luke's stick. Some discussion with whoever's man in the penalty box, where Greg was. Landon is serving out his 5 minutes since he was sent off the ice. Brian took the face off. Shane sends it around the boards all the way out to neutral ice. It's going to be long. Tim tries to put some pressure on all the way back. It's going to come out. Brian's got it in neutral zone. Cross to Jack, I think. Oh, sorry, that was Shane. I don't know why I was hesitating. I should know that when my brain tells me that can't be Jack. Why would Jack be there? Probably I'm right. Brian picks it up after an unforced error there on the other team. Tim chooses to let it go. Shot. Oh, and it's past Luke's shoulder, and they actually get a point on the board. So much for your shutout, Luke. Charlie takes face off, so it scores 5-1. 1-5. 5-1, I should say. Charlie gets possession after the face off. Drives it in towards the net. Can't get quite the shot off. Battles for possession. Sends it right into the slot. Jack tries to backhand it towards the net. It's not really much of a shot. Mason. Oh, Mason takes it away, and then they take it away from him. Charlie does a nice little spin and kind of kicks the puck, gets it going, tries to send it across. Spencer doesn't quite get a stick on it. Across to Mason. Mason looks, tries to send it long to Charlie, bounces past him. The Sabres get possession. They're going to send it long pass into neutral ice. Mason taps it up, gets it into their zone. Kind of lets it go. Nobody chases after him. We're still working on the disadvantage in terms of player strength. Both teams sends fresh squad out. Paul. Mason did a nice, stopping of the offense. Let Paul then take the puck. That's Brody. Sends it long into the corner. Their goalie plays it. I think it was Landon. No, probably Brody. And time will run out right as Mason was trying to take a shot. We got another 2 minutes and 9 seconds left on Greg's penalty that Landon is serving for him since Greg was sent off. And we will go into the third period with a man disadvantage and a 4-point advantage. I think that was I think that was the top of Landon's dad's head My positive there. I forgot to look up jokes to tell. I forget. I guess it was the Detroit tournament where I was like made a point. Actually, I made a list of jokes to well, just sketched out the punchlines. Fill the empty airtime. Promotional consideration given to James Cakes. That's Luke's little sister. She is a wonderful cake maker. Does these elaborate decorated cakes for all the family birthdays. I haven't yet seen the cake that she's making for Luke's older sister, but it's multiple layers of pillars and a little platform made of hardened chocolate. It looks phenomenal. What I'd seen so far. Ready to start her cake business. Jamie Thiel's Cakes. Still at 5-on-4 play. Brody is set up for the face-off. Paul and there's the other wing out there. Or Mason and Shane on D. Mason's playing up for the face-off. Two minutes, 9 seconds left. Not sure what the officials are talking to the timekeepers. I'm not sure what all that's about. There's much discussion. Brody takes face off. Puck's bouncing around. It looks like Maryland's going to come up with it. Or they did briefly look like they had possession. Paul got it out of the zone. Put some pressure on there into the corner. Mason said it's going to send it around the boards. Brody, long cross the center. Nope, to no one. Maybe it was meant for Paul. Paul managed to race to get there. Long cross in the other direction. They try to get a shot off. Luke sticks it away. Brody sends it up into the neutral zone. Maryland gets a stick on it. It's going to come back to Shane. Shane off the glass, up into neutral ice. And they whistled it when White touched it, so I'm not sure what that call was there. Zach took the face off. Maryland is going to end up with possession. There's some clear passing or change. Too pejorative. Bobby drives in. They get it. They stick it away as he tries to get past the defense. Luke deflects. Kyle around the boards. Number 5 on the Maryland team. Picks it up there. There's a shot. Luke manages to stop it, and then he was out of position. And I thought there was going to be a rebound in, but his teammate managed to just slide on his knees, get the puck out of the paint. So that was a brief nervous moment. 44 seconds left on Greg's penalty, so we'll be back to full strength eventually. Joey's taking the face off. It's good. He doesn't get too many of them. Spencer picks up the possession of the corner. Scrambling for it. Alright, Spencer just boarded some guy. Mason sent it up long. Will's going to take it into the zone. Sends it across to Joey. Right into the paint. Bounces. Goalie to 6 it away. Maryland sends it across. Mason. A little love tap there. Maryland gets it in. Just tries to get in, and Mason just sticks it out. It's going to be an offsides call, I believe. And say, actually, it looked to me like he did not get it back out of the zone, but refs thought he did, so I ain't arguing. It was close. It was right at the edge. Try to turn the face off, handed up to Bobby. Lynn is out of the box, goes right into play. Shot. Luke traps it with his body, then covers it. Both teams at full strength. 12 minutes, 41 seconds left in the third period. Score is 5-1. Brian looks like he's going to take the next face off. Landon tries to send it across to Tim. Can't get it past the D. Shot by Brian, I believe, coming in off of that. Tim scrambling. I think the goalie has it. There's the whistle. As a reminder, I will not be broadcasting this evening. It is a home game, so I encourage you all to go watch it yourselves. But the Rice-Acker family is doing a birthday event for Luke's sibling. th birthday. Sweet 16. Shane. Hard around the rail. Make her watch 16 Candles or something. John Cusack Marathon. Icing against Maryland. 12 minutes, 3 seconds left in the third period. Comeback score is still 5-1. John Hughes. What did I say? I said John Cusack, John Hughes. Charlie with a face-off. Hands it off to Paul. Paul. Backhands it back to Charlie. There's a little bit of a scramble. A lot of players back there behind the net. Charlie's got it. Tries to do something. Ends up just like losing control, but the puck sort of drifts off towards Mason. Jack takes it from the corner. Tries to send it off the boards to Kyle. Kyle hands it back to Charlie. It's right in the paint. Goalie will dive on it. Cover. Curious how good the stream is in terms of steadiness. It looks like, as I'm watching the little signal strength. Alright, sorry. Landon took the face off, handed it back to Spencer. Spencer to Bobby. Bobby tried to send it into the paint. Will. It's got it in the corner. Back to Bobby. Bobby slap shot. Too high and a little bit wide. Maryland gets possession of the corner. Looking, but we're keeping the pressure on the whole way. Bobby just outspeeds these guys. Brody, slap shot from the point. Landon tries for a rebound. Can't quite get there. Will's trying to get a stick on it. They're trying to pass it out. They can't. Oh, they do eventually get it out to neutralize. Where Spencer is waiting. Off the boards, up into the zone. Landon keeps it in play. Spencer just clobbers some kid. The two of them fall down. That's going to be a penalty on Spencer. Interference. He just kind of knocked the kid down and then fell on top of him. Interference. And we will have another penalty kill. I shouldn't have been standing there. If you didn't want me to fall on him, you shouldn't have been fell down. Alright, Shane crossed with Mason. Mason has to, do some fancy skating to put some pressure on. Sends it around the boards. Tim kicks it with a skate. Picks it up. And off the boards up to Brian. This goes past him. It's rolling. A little more speed on that puck than I think was intended, considering. It happens when the puck gets up on edge. It just rolls and rolls. It's going to come back as an icing call. 10 minutes, 21 seconds left. Score still 5-1. We're still on a penalty kill. Spencer's in the box. Greg is in the locker room. Actually, he might be watching. I don't know. Looked like he was headed to the locker room. That's Shane bullying these two little kids. There's actually three now. One of the other Sabres came in to help. Using that man advantage, I suppose. Mason, but Shane just... Alright, there's another penalty. It looks like we're going to end up probably with a 5-on-3 in a moment. We're at 6-on-4 right now. Luke deflects it high up in the... And come on, somebody got a stick on it. Stop these kids. Tim barely didn't quite get possession, but eventually Brian did. And Shane is headed to the box to join Spencer. 10-2. Ouch. So Brian's headed in to serve the other part of the 2-2. It's going to get crowded in that box. Oh, actually, Shane's not even in there, so they might maybe sent Shane off the ice for the 10-2. Kyle battling for it. We're at 5-on-3 play. Shot. Luke traps with this and covers. A little chest trap there. Dropped it, covered it. Take the whistle opportunity for a personnel change. 9 minutes, 19 seconds left in the third period. Score is 5-1. We're at 5-on-3 play for the next 38 seconds. Mason sends it around to Charlie. Charlie tries to ice it, or at least get it out of the zone. They stop it at the point. Pass back. Doing some nice passing there. The player drives it in a little bit, sends it through the paint, and there's a whistle. On who's this on? I heard the whistle. I could just barely hear what they were shouting. I basically couldn't hear. Still 5-on-3, so they stopped play. I'm not sure why. Bobby chases it to the corner. Looks, tries to send it up along the glass. They glove it out of the air. Cross. Players looking. Use that man advantage. Luke will catch and hold. Good chance, good opportunity to have a good goalie, or good time to have a good goalie. We got two good goalies on our team. Oh, I don't know why Luke let in that goal earlier. I'll give him a little bit of shit on the ride home. Jack took the face off. Keeps the pressure on. Shot. Luke will catch and hold. We're back to 5-on-4 play. Brian's in the box, serving out 2 minutes for Shane's penalty. This in but across. And they got it in. Snuck it past Luke. Looked like he did not have his shoulder frozen to the rail, which at that angle he probably should have. Score will be 5-2. Still a 3-point advantage. Teams will both be should be both at full strength. Brian's out of the box. Not really full strength considering we got 2 players who've been ejected. But 5-on-5. Landon takes the face off. Bobby races for the puck along the boards. Brody's there. Bobby comes up in possession. Drives into the zone. Defense sticks it away. Landon picks it up. Landon backhands it over to Spencer. Spencer off the boards to Paul. Paul. And Brody putting some pressure on there. Comes bouncing out to Landon. Fancy stick handling. Tries to get a shot off. Just whiffs it. Well, plenty of defensive pressure. Not minutes of criticism. Just casually backhands it almost right into the paint. Brody to Spencer. Spencer shot gets knocked down. Brody backhands it over to Landon. Landon back up. I think he was trying to get it to Spencer, but Brody got a stick on it, stopped it. Bouncing shot in. Goalie deflects it. Landon, goalie's out of position. Paul picks it up, takes it behind the net, takes a shot. Goalie's got it. Nice play-in, both from the Ashburn offense and the Sabres goalie. I appreciate the goaltending. I'm not sure I can say as much for the Sabres defense. I mean, we're just skating around these guys like they're not even there sometimes. At least when we're at full strength. We weren't quite so successful when we were down a man. Alright, Zach's got it. Looking for a pass. 2-on-1 pressure. Ends up just letting Joey pick it up from behind him. Sends it across to Will. Will. Up to Kyle at the point. Kyle cross to Mason. Mason kind of flubs the reception on the pass. He tries to hand it off to Zach. Gets past him. And Sabre sends it out to neutral ice. Mason, long cross over to Kyle. Kyle, nice pass up to Joey. A little too much mustard on it, and Joey doesn't quite get possession. Zach comes in from behind to help. Will also, right place, the right time, help his teammate out. Comes bouncing up. They get past Mason, but Will from behind picks up the puck, sends it along to Joey. Joey, nice reception. Crisp passing. Tries to do a drop pass. And it doesn't work. I don't think he realized how close Will was behind him. And there's going to be a shot there, and it's off the past loop, off the post, and in the net. The score will be 5-3. It's a 2-point game. They're back in this thing. Easy when you're up 5-1 to feel like you got this thing in the bag, but 5 minutes 59 seconds. There's just a little bit more than 6 minutes left to play, and we're only 2 points ahead. That was a nice quick shot. Decent play. Little timeout there. I still feel relatively confident that we're going to pull this one out, but those of you who are up in Chicago, remember we watched that game before us, before our game 4, where they were down, I think, 5-0. Came back, tied it up. I think they lost in the end anyway. But we're down 5-0. They brought it back up to 5-5, and then 6-5, 6-6, something like that. So don't let up the pressure. You got this, guys. Clearly have shown that we can outskate these guys. Of course, it helps that we're all bigger than them. I wonder they're like an 06 team, probably a mixed age team. A number of their players look pretty small. Brian Wiggins lining up for the faceoff. Jack and Tim out there with him on offense. Bobby taps it up to Tim. Tim drives it in. Dumps it behind the net. Jack from the other side comes in and gets it. Off the boards back to Brian. Brian can't quite get a clean possession. It ends up, they send it up. Bobby keeps it in. Brian along the boards. Gets past him. Maryland sends it long. Bobby picks it up neutral ice. Bobby back up to Brian. Brian's going to drive it in. Nice moves there, Brian. Bobby, wrister, a little bit wide of the net. They tap it up. Charlie picks it up. Cross to Bobby. I don't think he was looking, just hit his stick, and he just spun around. That was like a nice move. Or maybe he saw it at the last minute. He looked like he was looking the other direction. All right. Brian put some pressure on there in the backfield. Paul, I don't even think he knew the puck was coming. It just hit his skate. Battling for it. Paul doing a nice job, like 3-on-1. They got away from him. Long cross. Shot way wide. Wood kind of gloved it, but it was like not even that close to the net. Charlie puts some gas on. Just out fakes, out skates. Tries to cross it to Landon. They get hit somebody's skate. They send it up, get it past Spencer. There's going to be a race for it. Not even really. It's an icing call. That'll come back. Again, reminder, I am not planning to broadcast this evening's game because we're not going to be there. At least that's the current plan. We'll be broadcasting tomorrow's game, I guess. Alright, that was Mason. Sent it long to Zach. Zach over to Spencer. Spencer tries to send it to the net, but bounces off somebody's skate. Will's got it in the corner. They managed to get away from him. Sabres. It's going to bounce out to neutral ice. Spencer sends it in off the boards. We had to get off briefly, but we're clear now. Will sends it in, bouncing towards the goalie, who will cover it. Kind of a little bit of a scramble there, but he's got it. 3 minutes 51 seconds left on the clock in the third period. Score is 5-3. Brian took the face off. They come out. Kyle tries to send it across to Bobby. Hit somebody in the skate, I think, or maybe a stick. That was Tim sent it up to Brian. Brian breaks in the corner. Back to Tim. Tim shot, and it's in the back of the net. And it's not a 2-point game anymore. We're back to three-point advantage. Score is 6-3 with 3 minutes 30 seconds left in the third period. Thanks again to the team for buying this gimbal. I think gone back and watched a few of those games where I was just holding the camera and pretty shaky. Landon took the face off. It ended up back with Mason. Mason sends it up. Landon takes it away from, doesn't keep it in the offense zone, but he backhands it. This puck spinning there behind the net. Brody puts some pressure on, takes the puck away. Gets it right into the slot. Landon couldn't get a shot off. Got it behind the net again. That's Brody. Tries to send it up. And I guess it must have been on top of the net. The official whistled it dead. 4 minutes, 5 seconds left to play in the third period. I was wondering if I should set a longer delay to let the network buffer. Seems like it flicks a lot. Like I've got decent frame rates, but all right. That's Spencer. All right, I'll save my musing for some time when the play's not going. Zach battling to get it into the paint. Defense is very excitable here. Tries to do a little wraparound backhand. There's another shot off of Will's stick. Zach and Will both got some nice little backhand. The goalie deflected it down. Spencer's got it neutralized up off the board. Past Joey. Puck's skittering along around Will. Picks it up in the corner. Taps it up. Bobby. Brisker deflected a little bit wide of the net, I think. Spencer keeps it in. Hands it up to Zach. Zach shoots, and it's like I think he bounced off the goalie's shoulder into the net. Score will be 7-3. 2 minutes, 14 seconds left to play in the third period. That's the offense I know and love. Brian lines up with the face-off. Kyle sends it behind the net over to Mason. Mason, high up, flicks it up, and Jack will just go try to take it right in front of the net. Oh, Jack couldn't quite get possession of it, but Tim, neither did anybody else, and it was just bouncing there, just sitting in front of the net. Tim tries to get a shot off. He's got it again now. Tries to line up, shoots, deflects wide. Jack couldn't get the shot off. Sabres got it away from a little bit of a breakaway here. Kyle and Mason and Tim all in there. I'm not sure who that's going to be a penalty. Interference against they're bringing it back. I'm not. Oh, it's going to be a penalty shot. Oh, penalty shot. Oh, that's exciting. Look, let's make Luke's happy, maybe. Particularly if it works. Oh! He tried to stick it away, and he didn't quite have the reach, and they got it in. It'll be 4-7. That almost worked. That almost worked. Luke's been very successful about coming out of the net, just putting some pressure on players. And managed to, he's got such a long reach, he'll just jab that stick out. Usually works pretty well. Not this time. Didn't quite have the reach he thought he had. Alright, there's a scramble there. Landon's got the puck. Passes up. Pass. Brody doesn't quite connect the pass. Brody's going to pick it up. Their goalie comes out of the net. To go play it. They're going to send it across, but Paul stops it. Keeps it in play. Bounces off of Paul's shoulder. Charlie stops at the blue line. Drops it back in. Sends it to the corner. Brody tries to come in, and they just like lift it and send it. Shot. Luke will deflect it. Oh, Bobby almost accidentally tapped it in. That was nerve-wracking for me anyway. And 42 seconds left. We got 1 minute, less than 1 minute remaining. Paul's got it. Len calling for the shot. Paul flicks it in, drives it in, takes the shot himself. Landon, oops, this comes out to neutral ice. Long cross to no one. Spencer has to go get it. That's going to be icing call. 22.8 seconds left. And we're up by 3, 7-4. About to run out of seconds here. Zach will take the face-off. Will and Joey out there on offense. Spencer and Bobby on D. Zach, spin move, delayed. Usually it spins around right away. All right, Zach's got it. Will and Spencer both had a stick on there. Tries to do a little wrap play, and defense keeps it away from him. Bobby scrambles, almost keeps it in play, and time will run out. Score is 7-4 final. Kind of a fun game to watch. Look out to do a penalty shot. Just fun. He'll be mad that he missed it, but Yeah, it makes the game a little more exciting. This has been an exciting Saturday of Ashburn hockey, this Veterans Day weekend.
I'll let Ryan know the last like 3 minutes.
And
the last 3 minutes.
again, I will not be broadcasting. You can all go watch the home game yourself. I encourage you to do so. At least I'm not expecting to, unless my plans change, but I don't think that's going to happen. And we'll see y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. And have a great Ashburn hockey Saturday. There's the triumphant goalies walking along. Don't do anything I wouldn't enjoy, and I'd say like and subscribe, but I don't really care if you like and subscribe. If you do want to watch these videos, I will actually. It does make some sense to subscribe. You can get notified when I go live. I don't post too many videos aside from hockey videos. I have occasionally done some other stuff, but not usually. So ring the bell to get notified if you want to know. But mostly I send the links out in advance anyway on TeamSnap, so you can expect that. Alright, and have a great day. We'll see y'all later.